happy birthday to our celebrant. So may you have a prosperous life ahead of you, and I hope I hope you stay true to yourself and choose to be happy always. And I hope you don't make the same mistakes twice. Like, I'll just keep my mouth shut. And I hope you have more birthdays to come so I can attend every reception. Just kidding. Happy birthday again.
First of all, I would like to thank you all for coming here today. We have come here together because of Maria and her wonderful parents who brought her into the world. Although Maria is too little yet, I'm sure she sees what a great family she has. Your love to her is strong, and the support that you are showing now will be appreciated by her always. Maria, I want to say that we all love you so much. We all cheer for you today and wish you nothing but joy in life and a long, exciting, and promising journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we have gathered here to celebrate the day Allen Toots Bakery made its first bread to cater to the needs of the masses. And today marks the 17th anniversary of our efforts. We have completed yet another successful year, and we're here to take our time to share the blessings that this bakery has given me and my company. I would like to give thanks to everyone here celebrating this very special occasion with me. Let's give ourselves a round of applause for that. I am delighted that we have come this far just from a single egg. Our road to success may not be as smooth as butter, but we have endured the process to produce this luscious victory. And I am proud to say that this company did not stray far from its mission. And it is satisfying to see us take part in feeding the mouths of countless mothers, children, and especially families as a whole. Suit yourselves in this celebration and enjoy everything we have prepared for you. Thank you, everyone.
Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet, Romeo and Juliet, Florante at Laura. All of these iconic figures, and they all have something in common. They found true love in each other. Today, we are celebrating love, a love that has grown for 5 decades and counting. Pedro and Pinas, my grandparents, who hold a special place in my heart. You know, a lot of people wish to have the same love story from the movies they watched, the novels they read, or the songs that they're listening to. But ever since I was 4, I was lucky enough to get to witness a real-life love story as my grandparents took care of me up until now. My very own version of Romeo and Juliet, minus the tragic ending. Let us all raise our glasses to my dear grandparents, Pedro and Pinas, as we wish them a happy 50th anniversary.
The Philippines will elect its next leader on May 9, 2022. The nation's citizens are given the power to vote for who they want to lead the country for the next 6 years. Despite this, there are alarming issues to discuss. Roughly half of the population is registered to vote, in which case, not even all of those in that statistic actually vote. But why is our situation like this? How has it impacted our country? Let us analyze the Philippine voting situation. Let us first talk about the current state of Philippine politics. First, political allies are vital for outgoing President Rodrigo Duterte because of his violent war on drugs campaign targeting everyone from big gang to drug users, where police are encouraged to shoot and kill. Over 8,000 people were killed, but the Philippines Commission on Human Rights estimates the number is closer to 27,000 due to vigilant killing. However, groups from inside and outside the Philippines are pushing for accountability and justice, such as the International Criminal Court and Maria Ressa, who won the Nobel Peace Prize for exposing human rights abuses. Despite Duterte's war on drugs and thousands of deaths, he is still popular with a 67% satisfaction rate. On the other side, the election is near and 10 total presidents compete to replace President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. In this speech, Other aspects of the national election will be discussed thoroughly by the other speakers, such as the laws on elections, responsibilities of a voter, current election situations, and the characteristic of a great leader. Let us call on Mr. Andre Solis to discuss the laws on elections.
The upcoming elections this May 9, 2022 will decide who will be the next leaders of our country. We voters should consider the background and accomplishments of each candidate, as this would show his or her leadership capabilities. Registered voters will cast their ballots to elect officials who will fill executive and legislative posts at the national, provincial, and local levels. In total, the Filipino people shall elect a president, vice president, senators, members of the House of Representatives from district and party groups, members of provincial boards, provincial governors and vice governors, mayors and vice mayors of cities and municipalities, and councilors. The ballot will indicate how many will you vote for a position. You may only vote one for the positions president, vice president, governor, vice governor, mayor, vice mayor, congressman, and a party list. You can vote 7 candidates for provincial board members, 12 for city councilors, and 12 for senators. You may vote for less, but voting for more than what is asked may lead to nullifying your ballot for that position.
During every upcoming election, there are bound to be newly registered voters that are not yet knowledgeable on the common practices performed during voting. So here is everything that you need to know when voting according to COMELEC's New Normal Manual. According to Republic Act number 7166, all elections are to be scheduled every second Monday of May. The electoral locations will be open from 6 a.m. till 7 p.m. and it has been stated that the centers will accommodate voters even past the deadline as long as many still have not yet voted. The current pandemic remains a looming threat in the country. Vaccination cards and negative COVID-19 test results will not be asked from the voters. Social distancing, hand sanitation, and wearing a face mask must be implemented in every voting center. Inside the voting center, there will be a voter's assistance desk inside that will secure your precinct number and assigned room or clustered precinct. Proceed to your assigned room and state your name, precinct, and sequence number. Head to the voting area and accomplish the ballot by fully shading the oval appearing before the name of your chosen candidate. As previously stated, shade the appropriate amount of a selected category as overvoting may nullify your vote. Insert the vote ballot in the vote counting machine. Check your voter's receipt and deposit it in the receptacle nearby. Let your right index finger blot with indelible ink as step performed to avoid double voting. According to COMELEC, the actual voting reached an estimated amount of 5 minutes while the whole process took around 30 minutes. It is generally regarded as a good practice for voters to come early, as you never know what obstacle you might run into.
Thank you, Mr. Sentasas. As for the latest updates about this year's Philippine elections, we have 10 official candidates running for the position of presidency. One of them is Bongbong Marcos, son of the late President Ferdinand Marcos, who is an infamous corrupt dictator. Next is Manny Pacquiao, the world's famous boxer who has been part of the Senate since 2016. We also have Isko Moreno, a former teen idol who's now the Yorme of Manila and a self-styled centrist. Another candidate is Ping Lacson, a senator and a retired police officer who headed the Philippine National Police from 1999 to 2001. Of course, we have opposition Vice President Leni Robredo. She's been pushing for human rights and is someone who would signify political change if she won. As the election season heats up, the campaign period is now underway since February 8. Even though we are still experiencing a pandemic, political debates for presidential, vice presidential, and senatorial candidates were being conducted. In May 2022, the Philippines is expected to hold one of the largest elections in Asia as it has a record-breaking 65.7 million registered voters. Millions of people went out of their homes to support their preferred candidates, despite the protocols to prevent the spread of COVID-19 are often neglected. Are these people really prepared for the incoming elections? Let us call on Mr. De Guzman to discuss what are the things that we need to consider before voting.
Campaigns were initiated, platforms were presented. Who will lead the nation as weeks left are undecided? You. Yes, you. How should you vote? What are the factors that you must evaluate on deciding for your candidate? My name is Justin De Guzman and I will discuss to you on how you should decide for your vote. According to a 2003 study from the Office of the Ombudsman, most voters seek a good set of characteristics, which specifically are popularity, sympathetic voice, hard work, family background, and programs for the country. However, years have passed and a different generation of voters are becoming more critical. Specifically, Rappler PH has provided a list of the deciding factors for the 2022 national election, which starts with popularity. You must assess if their popularity is a reflection of their good deeds or because of issues. Following is endorsement. You should assess if the officials, endorsers, and camp have a clear and good principle for the nation, not just for the sake of the sum. Furthermore, debate impact is surely a factor since it would address the officials' approach towards the issues of the nation. Clearly, an objective basis that a voter must significantly base upon. Additionally, educational attainment must be evaluated critically, where the candidate must have the corresponding degree for the position. Such a lawyer and an economist could drastically improve a nation's economy and relations. Now, how should you vote? Who should you vote? Is it because of their family, their color, or maybe popularity? But always remember that you are voting for the nation, the past of the abused civilization, a present to be changed by your decision, and the future for the next generation. Vote. Vote for the right in the upcoming election. Together with me,
Let the Filipinos lead.
Since we
Are what?
Our nation needs.